I came to Key Safety in 2013, and I have known Aras even before that during my Siemens days. I known Peter before that as well. So I was aware of the product. So I said, let's at least look at Aras. And we talked, and we started looking at Aras Innovator, and of course, open source, very easy to download and at least test it. So the business jumped on it immediately. And that's one of the beauty of the system. You really don't need IT to validate the system's capability. Ken jumped on it. Ken and the engineering team jumped on it immediately and said, hey, let's download this thing and let's check it out, see what it's capable of doing. So we started doing that. We really loved how it was very flexible from a deployment standpoint. We wanted to start small, and we wanted to expand the scope gradually. 3-month project, agile, so that was the name of the game. And we loved that Aras can scale with our increasing needs from a business perspective. We went and assessed all the key capabilities that we were looking at from a PLM standpoint. And for the most part, Aras came across fairly good, with good check marks across the board. Some free, some with subscription, but nonetheless, the product had most of what we were looking for as a global supplier looking to have a global PLM system. And so the bottom line, when you looked at Teamcenter to Aras, yes, cost was a factor, yes, complexity was a factor. But really the biggest decision, the biggest factor for us was, I think Peter used the word empowerment. Aras really empowers the business users. I mean, the engineering organization felt empowered. They felt they can actually manage this thing. They did not feel like it's a very complex technical environment where you need to have a bunch of high-powered consultants working with you to help you understand the architecture. You didn't need a complex IT to understand how the functionality of the system worked. It is simple, it is intuitive, business is empowered, they take operational control. That is the critical success factor. I am IT, Ken is business, but the business has to take ownership of this implementation. That's a very critical success factor, and with a tool like this, it is practical, it is feasible. I couldn't say the same thing for other more complex PLM systems. The other big factor was change. As Ken mentioned, we are automotive tier 1 supplier. We are at the mercy of our global customers. If our customers change their processes, we have to respond very, very quickly. So the name of the game is how nimble are we, and how nimble are our systems to adapt to our customers' changing requirements. And with Aras, it's really feasible to constantly evolve, constantly improve, constantly change your processes to meet your customers' requirements.